It's now time for our feature race, the one that all of the fans have come out to see here at Hampton Downs, the Formula 5000 Tasman Grand Prix.
Well, this is the one that the thousands upon thousands of people here at Hampton Downs have been looking forward to, and it's the master 69-year-old Ken Smith on pole position, and he did that by setting the fastest lap in the earlier race this morning, just by 0.2 of a second over Jay Estera. So Estera will sit alongside him in that very, very quick McRae GM1. Second row look for Mark Lyons. In fact, Mark Dwyer it is, and alongside him again it is number 15, and that is Peter Dunn from Monaco. So away they go. Smithy leads them into turn one. Estera sits in behind him. Great start from Dwyer. No stranger to racing 5000s or in New Zealand is Mark Dwyer. Set the fields alight a couple of years ago when he was out here, but for the moment it is the defending MSC Formula 5000 Tasman Revival Series champion Ken Smith in the front, trying to get down the inside of him. There was Estera, couldn't make it work though. Dwyer right there as well. Estera sits in second, Dwyer pushing him all the way in third place. Look there for Lyons as well. Great performance from him in race number one to come from buried in the grid to fifth place. Just got a glimpse there of car number 74, and that is Frank Lyons. That is Michael's father. Frank and Judy, regular visitors here to New Zealand for the Formula 5000 Revival Series. Judy not racing today, but Frank certainly is in the Gurney Eagle as we go back to the front of the field because it's starting to get a little bit busy there. Here comes the top end charge from Jay Estera from Canada, and he goes in front of Kenny Smith as they start the second of 15 laps. So it is going to be a war. Smith, well, he won't like being passed by the young brash Canadian. I remember him telling me when they raced last at the Lady Wigram in terrible, terrible conditions in Christchurch that he thought that maybe the engine was a hot rod and maybe the car was a little bit light. Well, the cars go through official weighing, and I can tell Kenny and all the concerned people that the car is up to scratch weight-wise, but it is very fast. Why is it so fast? Because Jay Estera builds his own engines. So we watch these four just starting to get away just a little bit. Mark Dwyer is in there, Michael Lyons is in there, but it's the Canadian now leading, Ken Smith in second place. Now what Smithy does is he just puts on the pressure. We saw that in the first race with Steve Ross. He'll try and do it here. Then it's Mark Dwyer, then it's Mike Lyons. You can see for yourself the extra speed of that McRae GM1 of Canada's Jay Estera. Smith makes up a whole lot of ground, just takes the bravery pills to another level as he goes through turn one, but it looks like Dwyer goes with him and Lyons is right there as well. And Ken Smith has got back into the front. Well, the veteran, he's come here to race. He was pretty disappointed, although he went well in the rain of the aborted meeting last weekend. Qualified fastest, and then in the similar to Formula One qualifying shootout, he broke a half shaft, and that means he started well down the order in the wet. Oh, and there's some problems here, a little bit of touch, a little bit of Rubbins racing, they say, and I think that involved Dwyer and Lyons, and I think it's Lyons that come out on top of that little battle because now he's tucked up behind Ken Smith. See the cars get a little bit twitchy under braking. Fast lap times, 101s consistently for the Formula 5000. Oh, Dwyer's got a wheel on the grass, and that's thrown up plenty of dust. Well, it would have been mud last weekend, but thankfully the weather gods are smiling on the big crowds here at Hampton Downs, and they're smiling on Kenny Smith at the moment because he leads it. Dwyer snipped up the inside of Lyons to go back into second place. 64 is Lyons. Just up ahead of him is Mark Dwyer. Another great performance coming from Clark Proctor. You'll see the white car in the background. That's Proctor. Now, he just bought that car just a week before the racing here at Hampton Downs, or a night before the scheduled first weekend of racing in the New Zealand Festival of Motor Racing. But he is a very, very accomplished driver. Estera up the inside of Ken Smith. Made it look so easy. Just drives it a little bit wide, and that's allowed the door to be opened again for Michael Lyons. He's moved up a spot as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the front. No, Estera wins the drag race to the final corner. Oh, and just about a touch as they go through the sweeper at the bottom end of the circuit here at Hampton Downs. Well, Lyons has come to fight, there's no doubt about that. He's in second place, then it's Smith. Estera in the GM1, the McRae GM1, the New Zealand designed and built car, leads it. Second place. Michael Lyons in third place. Ken Smith. Now, have we lost Dwyer? I think we have. There is number 139. That is the medal man, Clark Proctor. Fantastic debut for him. Just got a glimpse of the yellow. Oh, and the problems there. I just said you just got a glimpse. I got a feeling that was Steve Ross. This just spun off. Let's see if we can get a replay of that for you as we go back to this action at the front of the field. We have, in fact, lost Mark Dwyer. Just in the bottom of the shot there, you see the yellow car. That's Dunedin Steve Ross. Now, I'm picking something's broken in the rear suspension. The wing hanging off at a very strange angle. It didn't look like there was contact with anyone else, so Steve Ross would have got a bit of a fright about that. That's a fast part of the circuit here at Hampton Downs. He'll try and rejoin, but I think he'll be going straight back to the pits. Maybe it was a result of the fluid. You see the cement dust coming up from the other cars there. Maybe it was a result of that. Oh, and some more problems here. And this is one of the chevrons. Once again, just having a bit of trouble. It was Hamish Patterson from Auckland having a moment as we go back to the front of the field now. Esther in command. Clark Proctor starting to sneak up on this group as well. Lyons goes back into the front. Kenny Smith lurking with intent, sitting in third place. Oh, Esther wants to argue about it as they go wheel to wheel, side by side. Lyons has got the better racing line. He holds on it. Look at the twitching McRae of Jay Esther as they come up to the hairpin. He's going to try and go around the outside of him here. It's never going to work. Lyons has got to hold it in tight. He can't do it. He drifts a little bit wide. That means Esther closes up the gap a little bit more. Clark Proctor starting to close the gap too. Down the inside comes Jay Esther. That McRae is the fastest thing on four wheels here at Hampton Downs, and Lyons isn't going to give it up without a fight. Wheel to wheel as they head up and over the top of the hill. I think Esther will come out on top as they head to the stripe, but Lyons sits in second place. He's just got a glimpse of the wounded Steve Ross heading back to the pits. So around about half distance in the Tasman Cup, the feature event, if you like, here at Hampton Downs. And Michael Lyons is really putting on a show here with Jay Esther. Ken Smith, well, he can sit there. He knows that he's the points leader in the MSC Formula 5000 Tasman Revival Series. This is round number 2. From here, they'll go to the Scope Classic meeting at Powerbuilt Tools Raceway Ruapuna, and then down to Teretonga, and the final round will be the Australian Grand Prix. So, international experience for all these drivers out here. These cars coming to the heyday in the 70s. Also a big part of the Tasman series in Australia and New Zealand. You may remember it as the Post Office Bank Formula 5000 series all those years and years ago. Well, I can tell you there's bigger fields today than there ever was in the 70s. This is number 188. Now, he'd be one of the Class A cars. In fact, I think he'd be leading Class A at the moment. This is Michael Watley from the UK. That's the Surtees. This little battle's been going on all race long. Clark Proctor, the New Zealander, and number 15, that's Peter Dunn from Monaco. Peter Dunn in the March. In fact, they're both in Marches. And Clark Proctor using all his race experience, past New Zealand stock car champion, target exponent extraordinaire, and a racer in the B&T V8s, New Zealand's premier motor racing series. As we go back to the front of the field, it's the Canadian out in front, it's the Englishman in second, it's the Kiwi in third. The amazing Ken Smith, well, he's driving so many cars today at Hampton Downs. Big lock-up from Esther. We've come to expect that. He really does drive aggressively. There's nothing Lyons can do about it, or he's going to try and dive down the inside as they come down into the LG corner. Ken Smith gets a little bit closer as well, but that McRae GM1 of Jay Esther has just got so much top-end speed. Smithy this time puts a wheel on the dust as he heads up and over the top. Told us he'd love to break the 61-second mark in the laps. If he can do it here, he'll be running a pace with the TRS cars, the Toyota Racing Series cars. And that's something pretty special. There's Watley again, number 188. And once again, Esther just drifts a little bit light. Now, I wonder if he's just teasing Michael Lyons. He leaves the door wide open again and then shuts it as they go into the far end of the circuit. Lyons comes under intense pressure now from Smith. Smith is just using slightly different lines as they head their way into the hairpin. This is car number 32. And this is Gregory Thornton. Now, he is a multi-millionaire airline business owner. here for the Chris Amon Festival, or the Festival of New Zealand Motor Racing. Over the top they come once again. If anything, Smith just lost a little bit of position there. This is this battle between Clark Proctor and Peter Dunn. Peter Dunn from Monaco, Proctor from just up the highway in Auckland. And Proctor doing a fantastic job at the moment. This man doing a fantastic job too, Jay Esterer. Just got a look there at Michael Lyons. Here's his father, this is Frank, in the Gurney Eagle, raced by American racing legend Dan Gurney, Indianapolis racer, saloon car racer, NASCAR racer and Formula 5000 racer. Warwick Mortimer leading that charge through, Paul Christie in there as well. Now this is going to get interesting because the fast boys start to come through now. Look for Kenny Smith to thread the needle here. Down into the LG turn they go. Oh, and I think there's contact, and I've got a feeling there's contact there with Ken Smith and maybe Paul Christie. Now Paul Christie, another one of the Class A Formula 5000, but I think there's a problem here for Ken Smith. It looked like quite an impact and he's just dropped off the pacer here now. So it's Esterer and Lyons out together. Have a look at this. Watch the car in the middle, the red Lola T430 of Ken Smith. Just a little bit of contact between himself and Paul Christie, and there's the result. A left rear puncture and maybe some suspension damage. Well, Kenny Smith, being the racer that he is, will absolutely hate that, but he's not going to take any further part in this. And once again, you get the feeling the lap traffic could play a part yet. Once again, on the replay, looking at the car in the centre of the screen. The red Lola just gets in contact with Paul Christie. Christie did nothing wrong. He held his line, which is all the faster guys can ask of the lap traffic. But unfortunately, there was contact, and it means an end to the race for the veteran Ken Smith. What a legend in New Zealand motor racing that man is, and continues to be. He leads the Formula 5000 Revival Series on points, but he's a racer's racer and he would like to be mixing it up with these guys. Esterer continues to lead it. Lyons in second place. How many times has the lead changed in the last 12 laps? Well, Michael Lyons will be thinking, what does he have to do? Well, lap traffic's going to play a part in this one as well, and that's Peter Burson just in front in another McRae GM1. Now, Aaron Burson is also running a McRae GM1, and that is the XJ Esterer car. It's the blue one, number 29. This is number 51, and this is Peter. Peter also owns a V12 BRM that Chris Amon raced, and that's on display here at Hampton Downs. Here comes another charge from Lyons. Esterer looks in the rear vision mirror, sees it coming. How's that? Aaron Burson just ahead, the car we're just talking about. We'll have a good look as they come a bit closer. We go back to the front of the field, in and out of the hairpin they come once again. Just about clipping the curbing is Jay Esterer. Now on the outside is Michael Lyons. Can he make it work? No, he can't. The McRae's just got too much power. There's Ian Clements having a good battle there with Reg Cook by the look of it. And this is the car we were talking about before. This is car number 7. This is an Amon Formula 1 car. Now, Chris Amon is regularly quoted as saying this car tried to kill him 3 times when he raced it in Formula 1. Ron Maiden bought the car, found it in a garage in Germany and decided to buy it. And he's brought it to New Zealand, to Hampton Downs, to honour Chris Amon. Back to the front of the field. And there's still absolutely nothing in this. If any one of these drivers make a mistake, the positions will be reversed. Esterer from Canada holds all the cards at the moment. He's in the front. Car number 50, this is Peter Sundberg. A lot of people will remember him from saloon car racing days, and also Targas in a very, very fast BDA Escort. But he's another one that caught the Formula 5000 bug a couple of years ago, along with Reg Cook. So great to have those guys on board in the MSC Formula 5000 Trans-Tasman Revival Series. Great to have this guy all the way from Canada as well. Coming up onto Sundberg here. Sundberg knows the deal though. He'll just hold his line. It's up to the faster guy to try and work his way round. And that's exactly what Jay Esterer does. And Michael Lyons just got slowed a little bit there. There's Stu Lush, number 22, in the Iberian Airlines livery, as it was raced probably back in its heydays, back in the 70s. Stu Lush, another past champion in the Formula 5000 Revival Series. Sat out for a couple of seasons and let Chris Hyde drive his car, but back behind the wheel of yet another McRae GM1. This is Peter Dunn from Monaco, and if he's there, Clark Proctor won't be too far behind him. This is the race leader though. Well, he hasn't put a foot wrong. And if anything, since He's come back to New Zealand. He had real disappointment last week in the wet, but no disappointment this week for Jay Esterer from Canada. White flag, or should I say last lap board out this time, and once again lap traffic is going to play a part here for the number 31. But he's just squeaked out enough advantage, I think, on Michael Lyons. There's Lyons in the Lola sitting in behind him. Just up ahead of him, I think it is Aaron Burson. No, in fact it's not, it's car number 32. And that isn't Burson. It's Gregory Thornton. And he does the right thing and just holds his line and lets the races come through. And here's Lyons having a good long lunge as they come into the hairpin, and he gets the nose in front. Well, we're going to see a banner finish here in the Tasman Cup race, 15 laps, and these guys have been swapping the lead like they have been running in Formula Ford. Jay Esterer looks for a way around Michael Lyons, can't find it. Lyons holding all the cards. Who's going to win the drag race up the hill? Is it going to be the Lola? Is it going to be the McRae GM1? Here comes the big last lap charge from Jay Esterer from Canada, and he's just got too much Wally. He gets in front and he wins it by a hair's breadth. But Jay Esterer gets the win from hard-charging Michael Lyons. That is a fantastic race in these Formula 5000 cars, and no wonder the huge crowd here at Hampton Downs are standing. Brilliant racing in the feature event, and it is the Canadian once again coming out on top. Michael Lyons is second. Then it was Clark Proctor from Auckland in third in the March, and in fourth place it was Peter Dunn from Monaco. Fifth place, Ron Maiden.
Jay Esterer, winner of the Tasman Grand Prix. How does it feel?
It feels fantastic. It was just wonderful. It was just it was a really good battle out there, and I think at one point I was in fifth place, from second to fifth, and then had to make my way through some people. So it was very challenging. Michael is a very, very good driver. He's a very good driver. He's outstanding. He didn't touch me. We didn't touch at all. It was very close racing. It's good fun.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Michael Lyons, a terrific battle there with Jay Esterer. It was second place today in the GP, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
I've never overtaken a guy so many times. It just was so quick in a straight line. It was incredible. I think I overtook him in every corner on the track, but in the end, it wasn't enough. I've tried my hardest, but what more can you do?
Well, that's it from here at Hampton Downs for the New Zealand Festival of Motor Racing. It's been a terrific weekend celebrating the career of Chris Amon. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We certainly have. We'll see you next time.